Hi, this is Cindy
And Michael
from Part-Time Permies, and we are headed to a friend's house to help him process a couple of his animals.
You don't run that thermos right there, I got that in 1982. And that thermos has been everywhere with me.
Veteran.
Yeah.
Thank you all
very much
for your
service.
service.
No, that's why I thought that it would be awesome to do it today too.
Yeah.
Just get together and
yeah, I was thinking about it on the way. I was like, you got three.
Yeah, this is something a long time in the making. This is only the second year for doing pigs. But the whole idea of and I said it in that first message, was the whole idea of just a social hog kill, come to work, come to hang out, learn and do all the things. So
Wait, we have to wait. You didn't tell me that.
It's a we thing, babe.
Well,
so just me.
So you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to scald and scrape one just so everybody could see that. Plus I'm gonna make hams out of both the hams, country hams. And then
How much water you want in here?
We better fill it up if we're gonna do it. We scraped heads and hocks of one the other day, and I thought I had enough in the water in there and it ran out. But and then maybe I could throw the second one up with enough hands in there to skin the other one, just in case anybody wanted to see that.
All right, so this is a big question of mine. Who was I asking about that? Was that you? Scald and scrape or skin? What's the...
So
and I figured you two would have the answer.
Yeah. So skinning is kind of the industrial standard because they got guys out there and that's all they do, and they skin way better than I do. My skinning job is other fast. They don't skin like deer. They got all that big fat layer on there, and it's trying to save some of the fat on the carcass and get most of the skin off, and it's just challenging. Scald and scrape is a lot of labor up front, but you keep the skin intact, which allows for other things down the road. You scrape the head, then you can just put the whole head in for head cheese. You leave the skin on when you portion it out, and then you can trim the fat. You'll have the whole fat cap intact on the pork chop. You know, you come back from the butcher and it's got quarter, half inch on there. I mean, you're going to get the full money on whatever that thing is there. You literally just trim off what you want. And that piece of skin you trim off, that's what you render down to get any lard drippings, and that's where you get cracklings and chicharron and stuff like that.
Or if that lard I just gave you has some nice meat on there.
Yeah.
So
So if you leave the skin on like a shoulder roast or loin roast or anything like that, and you crosshatch it, roast it that way, you get the crackling right on the roast.
exactly.
Like that's where it is. So if you've had cracklings, you like cracklings, it's even better when it's a whole chunk sitting in front of you at the table. So it is work, but that's why the idea of the community come together and help and scrape. I mean, it's almost impossible to scrape a whole pig by yourself. And I only have 3 scrapers. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we can switch and take turns. Once your arm gets tired, switch. Yeah, tag out.
She gets most of the work.
There you go.
Great.
But if you're just in for what I call a grind and cut hog, which is, I want some pork chops, I want some shoulder roast, I want some sausage, I want some bacon, skin it, and it's fine. But if you want to take it up that next level,
Kind of figure that's what you're going to do.
yeah,
I got hams that came off yesterday at 5 in the morning, skin on hams.
and that's the other thing. Oh, for ham, when you're curing hams, or traditional curing either prosciutto or country ham like that, you want that.
They're sitting in my
I wasn't hungry until now.
sitting in my cooler downstairs right now. And then I did ham, I did bacon, half skin on, half skin off. And that's a brown sugar sweet with that pepper crust on the back to take the sweet off. I was going to bring you some pickled pig feet, but I forgot to come out of the fridge tonight.
Oh you forgot the pig's feet.
I know, I got my card. Still playing.
We got recording.
Who's getting in first?
You're not recording.
I sure am.
Oh, you are recording. Hi.
I was listening to the hot air balloon.
That's exactly what that sounds like.
It does.
How many cameras can we have out at one event?
Yeah. You want some too? Huh? Come on.
I'm still listening.
So, like I said, we're gonna scald and scrape the one, make hams out of the 2 hams on that pig, and then that head will go for the head cheese. We skin the other one and split it. We're gonna do a cut and grind kind of demonstration on that to see how break down a side of pig. I've got paper so we can go through wrapping and all that other stuff. Mike brought his grinder. We can do a little bit of small demonstration. So
you'll get there.
And then, so it's just kind of be across the gamut of all the different kind of variations. But I don't intend for everyone to stay until both of those hogs are completely packaged. They can hang. It's plenty cold outside. I can cut and package by myself. It's no big deal. But I just wanted everybody to be able to see it and practice and get a hand in there and whatever. So that's the intent. All that being said, I just want to remind everybody here that what's the disclaimer on an animal is about to die. If you don't want to see that, don't watch. If you don't want to watch, stand over here and don't take part in that. That's perfectly fine. My kids are usually like hanging on the fence, but that's just what they do.
What are you going to dispatch with?
I use my I have a 9mm pistol, and it works for me. I've never seen anybody else do it. They all talk about using a long rifle, and I'm honest. I've got a 22 long rifle. I don't have a 22 mag, and I've heard there's discussion on whether a long rifle will do it or not. People have been doing it for hundreds of years, but I have a 9mm pistol with hydro shocks on it.
If it works for you, it works for you.
Pig goes right down on the ground.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think maybe better here than over there. John kind of pointed out there. So if you draw an imaginary line from one ear to the other eye, and vice versa, that's the spot. And they say X marks the spot. That's
for cows.
That's where that
pigs,
comes from.
yeah,
exactly. And you just need to make sure with the pistol. I had to make sure that the angle is right, because with a long gun, you've got your pig's head's down, and you're kneeling down. That gives you the angle. With the pistol, if you use a pistol, you got to make sure you get the right angle, because you can skim. Their brain is like that big.
Right.
And it's pretty well encompassed with that hard head that we probably all know about. So as long as you got a good angle on it to penetrate, and you don't want to shoot into the carcass, it might deflect into the carcass. You definitely don't want to make it go into the carcass. So
when their head's down like eating, you pretty much wanted a level shot in or up a little.
Yeah, and my pigs, I don't know, pigs are friendly. They come to see me. I keep telling them, I'm petting them. They're looking up at me like, just, put your head down. Put your head down. You got pumpkins and corn. Put your head down.
That's how my camels were this year.
Yeah,
they'd leave their feed bin and come running over to me whenever I was out there.
Yeah. If I walk over there with an empty bucket, they'd be excited to see me. So, you just got to wait for the time. Don't rush it. A rush shot is guaranteed to be a bad shot. And
same with hunting.
Same with hunting. Yeah, exactly. Stick them in the throat. You basically go straight in and then scrape the tip of your knife right across their neck vertebrae. You'll feel it in there. And that way, make sure you sever it in.
And you want to get from kill to here pretty quickly so that the blood is still.
No, I'll stick it over there, right outside.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. And we got the bowl, and then you whisk it up, and it separates. But yeah, the stick is basically in as soon as you feel the.
You go right by the jaw, right?
Yeah, it's.
Don't demonstrate, please.
It's like beer.
You go in, and then as soon as you feel the tip of your knife hit the vertebrae of the neck, you just sweep out, and it just severs that stuff there. So yeah, it's not. Don't want to do that. I have a Glock 19. I've had this pistol for a long time. Gets it done. Yeah.